Okay, this is a video of a 2022 NauticStar Hybrid 191. I'm filming this video because there's very few owner videos online, and I thought it would be helpful for any potential buyers to view this. I bought this boat sight unseen. My dealer had no boats in stock due to the pandemic. So I did my research online and ordered it through him sight unseen. I'll start off by saying I love this boat. It's a great boat, but there's some things I wish I had known about ahead of time. So I thought I would let's climb on board. We'll go up to the bow and start from the bow and go to the stern and discuss the various aspects of this boat. So there's a bow hatch that has comes with a Danforth anchor. The anchor hatch does drain, rainwater drains into the bilge from that. Okay, we're looking at the cushions. The cushions are very thin. They're not thick at all. They're extremely light, and they are snapped onto three hatches, bins. The bins are quite large and could have a lot of storage in them, but they're not easily accessible because the snaps make it difficult to open due to the snaps. The snap situation is not that great. I think if I snap and unsnap repeatedly, eventually the snaps hardware is going to give out. I'm not impressed with that aspect, but you could remove them all and work it that way. I should say they're so light that if you don't snap them in place, that they're going to fly away in the wind. Okay. I got the pull-out side rests, which are great to have. I highly recommend that. In the console area, we have the seat here, that's the live well. I know it works. I haven't yet filled it to use. I ordered with this boat a tackle box, and oddly my dealer had no idea where the tackle box would be. I couldn't find it anywhere online showing where the tackle box is. I thought it was somehow behind or under the steering system here, but I found that the tackle box is actually behind this backrest, and here it is. It's sort of cool, but just let you know that that box goes into the console, uses up under the console size, capacity, the console. Okay, coming back to the console, I ordered a Simrad 9-inch. I ordered a glove box, which has a electrical adapter inside. I have no radio. I didn't really see the need for the radio. There is a console doors here that are quite flimsy. I don't think they're in great shape, but now the opening is small, very small. There's lots of room for storage inside, but very difficult if you have to climb in there and get a chip, a Navionics chip or whatnot for your Simrad. Very, very tight. It's also very wet. The rain pours in there because for some reason the factory didn't seal the console to the deck. There's a number of screws, but it's not caulked. So I went and caulked it, and now I have a dry console. So that should have been done in the factory. I don't know why that is. Anyway, there's very little space between the seat and the helm. The seat is an adjustable backrest, which is pretty nice. There is a step down, which I couldn't find online, so that's helpful for when you're sitting, but it jams into your shin when you're driving standing up, so I basically keep this up out of ways. Further down, now there are drainage. In the rain, this gets still quite a bit of water that flows. I've had to sponge it out it doesn't, the drain holes aren't deep enough, lower enough to actually drain the deck completely. I did get the rod holders put in the side here. There's a Yamaha VMAX. I love it. It's a great motor and has a lot of power. This boat speeds along. I have no reason to get a 150 as far as I'm concerned on this. I know some people have discussed that. There's 3 compartments here. There's the seat, which is not an easy mechanism. You have to release these switches here, which already you can see I'm having difficulty. I'll have to get that in a second. Let's try this one over here. Hard to do with holding the camera and releasing at the same time. The battery is under here. Let's see what I can do here. Okay, so I couldn't do it with one hand. The seats are very thin as well. It comes with a bucket, which is a wonderful thing to have because I've had to use the bucket already to try to get the water off the floor in here. There's a live well in the middle here. The hatches don't, well, there it is. It's not the super well made. Now, one of the big issues is back here. To get to the bilge, there's this flimsy little door that has a latch that is not well made. And the bilge, there is a automatic bilge pump, but it's not put in the deepest part of the bilge. So every day after the rain, there's at least 1 to 2 inches of water still in this bilge, and I've had to put a sponge or a hand pump to get the water out. One of the things I really dislike is it is very, very deep. It's hard to get your hand down there in order to get a sponge and sponge out the water. So I end up lying on the deck here and trying to get my head underneath all this paraphernalia here in order to get my hand down deep enough in order to get the water out. But other aspects here, one thing is there's no center hull cleats for fenders. So it's not a good idea to tie up to the bimini the way I have it, but there's no other way unless I mounted my own cleats on. But it does not come with cleats for that. I can use a bow handle for a fender cleat here. It's not the most appropriate. And then there is a cleat in the stern that actually interferes with your stern line. So it's not the most convenient on that. The starboard seat has 2 batteries that come with it, and I attached a solar panel to keep those charged at all times. And that's pretty much it. Let me see if I missed anything. The VMAX is super quiet, wonderful. And so that's pretty much it. I love the boat. It handles very well in the water. I haven't had it in heavy seas to see how dry it is, but it handles quite well in light seas. I love the design. I love the looks. But there are those few issues that I think any prospective buyer should know about. Like why they didn't caulk the center console, I have no idea. That's a crazy thing. Anyway, that's the video. I hope you enjoy this. Thank you very much.